It was a sweltering afternoon in late summer when my world shattered. My husband, Mark, had always been a storm cloud waiting to break, jealous, controlling, and quick to rage. That day, after a petty argument over money I didn't even spend, he exploded. "Get out! Take your brat and never come back!" he screamed, shoving me toward the door. I grabbed my 10-year-old daughter, Lily, her wide eyes filled with confusion and fear. We had nowhere to go. Our small town was bordered by dense jungle on one side, a thick tangle of vines and shadows that locals whispered about, home to wild beasts and forgotten paths. With only the clothes on our backs and a small backpack I'd snatched with some water and snacks, we fled into the trees, hoping to reach my sister's house on the other side. It was supposed to be a shortcut. Little did I know it would become our nightmare. The forest greeted us like an old friend turning foe. The afternoon sun filtered through the canopy in golden shards, but the air was thick with humidity and the buzz of insects. Lily clung to my hand, her small fingers trembling. "Mummy, why did Daddy do that?" she whispered, her voice barely audible over the rustle of leaves. I forced a smile, saying we'd be okay, but inside, panic gnawed at me. We had no phone, Mark had smashed mine in his fit, and the path I'd remembered from childhood hikes seemed narrower, more overgrown. As we pushed deeper, the trees closed in, their branches like skeletal fingers scraping the sky. By late afternoon, the first signs of trouble emerged. The path forked unexpectedly, and in my haste, I chose wrong. We wandered for what felt like hours, the sun dipping lower, casting long, eerie shadows. Lily's steps slowed, her complaints turning to whimpers. "I'm thirsty, Mummy." We stopped by a stream, but as I bent to fill our bottle, a low growl echoed from the underbrush. My heart froze. Peering through the ferns, I saw it. A jaguar, its golden eyes locked on us, muscles rippling under spotted fur. It was no more than 20 feet away, stalking slowly. Terror surged through me. I'd heard stories of these predators ambushing hikers. "Lily, don't move," I hissed, pulling her behind me. The cat's tail flicked, and it crouched, ready to pounce. In that moment, survival instinct kicked in. I remembered something from a nature documentary. Make yourself big, make noise. Grabbing a fallen branch, I waved it wildly, yelling at the top of my lungs, "Go away! Get back!" Lily joined in, her high-pitched screams piercing the air. The jaguar hesitated, ears flattening, then slunk back into the shadows. We ran, hearts pounding until we couldn't anymore. But the scare had disoriented us further. The sky darkened prematurely as thunder rumbled overhead. A storm was brewing. Night fell like a curtain, and with it came the real horror. Rain poured in sheets, turning the ground to mud. We were soaked, shivering, lost in the pitch-black jungle. Every rustle was a potential threat. Snakes slithering through the leaves, spiders the size of my hand dangling from webs. Lily cried softly, huddled against me under a makeshift shelter of broad leaves I'd tied together with vines. "I'm scared, Mommy. What if something eats us?" she sobbed. I held her close, whispering stories of brave explorers to calm her, but my own mind raced with dread. Hunger gnawed at our bellies, our snacks were gone, and then the howls started. Monkeys? Wolves? Something worse? In the distance, a piercing scream echoed, like a woman in agony, but I knew it was a jungle bird mimicking sounds to terrify prey. As dawn broke, weak and gray through the rain, we pressed on. My feet blistered, Lily's face pale with exhaustion. We foraged what we could, berries I vaguely recognized as safe from childhood foraging with my grandma, and rainwater collected in leaves. But danger lurked everywhere. Crossing a swollen stream, the current nearly swept Lily away. I dove in, grabbing her arm just in time, the water roaring like a beast. Later, we stumbled upon a swarm of army ants devouring a fallen log, their mandibles clicking like tiny knives. We detoured, but not before a few bit our ankles, sending fiery pain up our legs. The scariest moment came on the second night. We'd found a small cave for shelter, but as we settled in, a slithering sound made my blood run cold. A massive boa constrictor uncoiled from the shadows, its scales glistening in the faint moonlight filtering through cracks. It was easily 15 feet long, eyes like black beads fixed on Lily, who was asleep beside me. Panic blinded me. Snakes like this could crush a child in seconds. I grabbed a sharp rock, my hands shaking, and jabbed at it, screaming. The snake struck, missing my arm by inches, its fangs dripping venom. I swung again, harder, gashing its side. It recoiled, hissing, and slithered out into the night. Lily woke screaming, and we fled the cave, running blindly until we collapsed under a tree, sobbing in each other's arms. "We have to survive for each other," I told her, my voice breaking. That night bonded us. Lily, my brave girl, started helping more, pointing out edible plants she'd learned about in school.